And for more on China's political season, Liu Baocheng joins me from Beijing. He's the director of the Center for International Business Ethics at the University of International Business and Economics. Welcome to the show. And let's start off with what is at play in these two sessions?
Well, the highlights in these two sessions are there to review the government report for the last year's performance, which indicates the Chinese economic and social development and what type of efforts China has made, both at the government level and also at the social level. And then the focus is there to continue to boost the Chinese high-quality growth rate by fostering new productive forces, introducing more of the artificial intelligence, digital economy, and green economy into real practice, both at the policy level and also at the industrial level. And the other is how China can shore up its consumption rate so that more of the domestic consumption can substitute some of the external shock waves China is experiencing in order to move its economy towards the 5% growth rate for this year. And then how we can really manage the global supply chain in which China can continue to occupy its own strategic position as the manufacturing hub to the world, but in the meantime to produce more added value. So this is really something that the government is taking great attention to it, and more of the government policies will be introduced, particularly in the issuing of a long-term bond to address a number of domestic challenges like the lackluster real estate industry, like the local government debt issues, so that our economy can be unleashed with more potential to address the modernization drive and remove those roadblocks that lead to the lack of confidence, particularly to the business community.
You just spoke about the 5% growth rate, and how do you evaluate this 5% growth as an economic target?
Well, as the world's second largest economy, a 5% growth rate is already above the world average, and so it is a realistic but also very much challenging task China has to fulfill. And in the meanwhile, we have to manage the controversies between economic growth versus our environmental quality, and also support of a long-term growth engine like the semiconductor and green economy, a digital economy, etc. And then we also need to balance out the China's commitment to further open a store in order to invite more of the foreign participation in capital and the manufacturing sector. They also to manage the unemployment issues, which is still a very much outstanding issue, particularly for the younger generation. And then more of the efforts is there to boost the birth rate for the Chinese population. So these are really the very much complex issues to make sure that China is able to move, on a reasonable development rate. So it's really a delicate balance between different controversial goals, and I think it's achievable by the end of the year.
And we're speaking about growth and goals at a national level, right? But which further effects this growth target has on lower level governments, like provinces and townships?
Well, the lower governments are there to wait and see how government can really produce more of the implementation measures, given the general roadmap that is set forth by the two sessions. And then the toughest challenge many of the local governments are facing are really the hidden debts that they are facing. And so therefore, they wait for more of the fiscal budget from both the central government and also at their upper level, like provincial governments, to really to alleviate some of their burdens, and so that they can earn more space in generating their real estate development and beef up their industrial chains, particularly in the special economic zones or high-tech zones, in the suburban area of those cities. And then the integration program is now also placed on top agenda. More of the migrants from those farmlands now into those cities, how they can really map out the service in order to shift the gear of economic growth and provide social the housing for those new immigrants. These are really issues that they need to address, and some of the local governments will be selectively responding to the government overall innovation plan, boosting more of the high tech, and more importantly is that how do they translate those emerging technologies into actual application and to support their unique and competitive advantage in their local produce, in their local production forces, and reshape their position in the industrial cluster. And these are really the challenges they are really facing. But hopefully, with more of alleviation of the debt burden, and they can be there to move on the right track to support the continued growth and also high quality growth of their local economies.
Thank you, Liu Baocheng. Great having you on the show.